This is the homework for 150 and 151. For 150, look at each graph below and write a story or description about what each graph shows. So we have speed and time, and you can see that this is a constant rate of change. It also starts at the origin, 0, 0. So we know that this is proportional because it has a constant rate of change and it starts at the origin. So Tom increased his bike speed at a steady rate or constant rate. For B, we can see that it starts at the origin, but it's not at a constant rate. So we know this graph is not proportional. So Tom quickly increased his speed. The steeper the line, the steeper it is, the greater the rate of speed. So the less steep it is, the slower it's going. So Tom quickly increased his speed. You can tell that this is very fast because it's very steep. Think of a ski slope. The steeper it is, the faster you're going to go. And then levels off at the same speed. So here, the higher it goes, the faster he's going. So here he levels off, but time keeps going. For C, we can see that it starts at the origin, but again, it's not at a constant rate. It slowly curves. So this graph is non-proportional. So Tom slowly accelerated. It's not as steep, but now it's getting steeper and steeper. So then he increased his speed rapidly. In 151, Riley was monitoring the growth of his favorite tomato plant and collected the data shown in the table at right. So we need to first graph Riley's data. So here's in the table Riley's data. And just to show that you can see that the number of days, so for every 4 days, the height's growing 1 3/10 centimeters. But then here, another 4 days, it's growing 2 7/10 centimeters. So just by looking at the table, we can tell that this graph is not going to be at a constant rate. So we know we will not get a straight line. So now we're going to plot these points. So time and height. Time will always be an independent variable, and the height is the dependent variable. So the height depends on the amount of time the plant's been growing. So for 10 days, we have a height of 3 centimeters. 14 days is going to be, here's approximately 4.3. And 18 days, 7 centimeters. And then we do 21 and 23 days. And you can see that there's this slow arc to it. So we know this is not proportional, and it's not growing at a constant rate. Part B, what can you tell Riley about his plant based on the data? So Riley's plant is growing faster as the days go by. So the steeper the graph goes, the faster that it's growing, the faster rate of growth. So you can see at the beginning, it's growing slowly, and the steeper it gets, the faster the growth rate.